Hello folks, and welcome to another daily Bitcoin market analysis by Inspocrypto. Inspo's initial comment. That's so painful for me today because I could spend hours and hours talking with you guys about that. Yesterday it was really a nightmare. I mean, we have talked, I have said, hey, it depends on what Jeremy Powell, what the Fed is going to do if 25 bps as expected and priced in, and what's going to happen with the speech. And if you check the chart, the 25 bps wasn't the problem because it was priced in already, but the speech afterwards. And I really thought after the markets reacted like they reacted, because they just demonstrated, hey, Fed, shut up, we don't care, we do our business, and go away, make your thing, but let me in peace. Just indicating you, fuck yourself. And I was so sure that the Fed is going, at least in the speech, to make a warning shot. Hey, we are the central bank, and you have to play with our rules. Instead, it was like a loop, once again, blah blah blah. We think, maybe, in case of, we will see, blah blah blah. Okay, so until then, Wall Street was, I guess, with popcorn and Coke, just enjoying his speech, and then everyone was quiet and thought, okay, let us see. He is going to say something about the markets. And yes, the moment came. And I thought, okay, now it's time. Now Jay will open his trousers, take out his two balls, and say, guys, what you are doing is a big fuckery. You are telling us you will lay off people we don't like, and you are making our markets to a casino, also something we don't like. So in case of, I can tell you, forget 5%. We will go above. And sure, we will go above. We will kick your ass if you continue to make these stupid things. Something like that. That was in my mind. Instead, I'm Jeremy Powell now. Well, and we agree that we look forward what markets are doing, because it seems their positive reaction is indicating us that they are also expecting that inflation will decline as well. And I thought, whoa, that's not Jeremy Powell. Who is that? He looks like, but if you check some videos of Joe Biden, sometimes you also think, hey, that's two different persons. Well, maybe they did the same with with Jeremy Powell, just make a cheap copy of him and put them there, and or like Mark Zuckerberg, sometimes he looks like a bot, and maybe it's possible. I don't know. I come from Germany. You and the US are much more modern than we are. So I thought maybe that's just a copy. Maybe that's just a simulation, just to check. But no, it wasn't. He said that. Something like. But at the end, that was the message. Thank you very much for playing. We like that. Keep doing it. It's cool. It's cool that on SPY, the biggest future asset is getting raped by Wall Street using short-term options, forcing the market maker to cover these short-term calls, buying futures, and to push up the price. Because that's what they are doing. Average expiry of new placed calls on SPY is 5 to 6 hours. We are not talking about futures. We are talking about options. Options have you use usually 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 6 months. As we know, also related to Bitcoin, 5 to 6 hours, guys. 5 to 6 hours. That's not illegal. It's fine, but that's something like a manipulation. And the problem is they are shifting all their risk to the market maker. Because as long we don't have any kind of volatility, surprise, surprise, we don't have any volatility, it works. But now imagine, what do you think would happen when something triggers one of our red flags? Real estate bubble, non-bank lenders or shadow bank bubble, equities in general, because a lot of equities, a lot of money went to equities because of the cheap money, and pension funds, like I retweeted today. And that's just to tell 4 of them. We have even more bubbles. So that's fine. Just imagine one of them will trigger. One of them burst. What do you think would happen with the market? What do you think would happen with the market maker? What do you think? What is that here? A suicide show? Is that what the Fed is? It's like I show you how to create the best suicide in your life, because it's going to be the last one. And anyway, so it's so stupid, but that's what they did. They really said, markets, thank you very much. You are doing great. We like that. Go forward. Keep doing it. It's stupid. It's really stupid. We don't need to talk about the mismanagement of the central bankers in the past. We know that. But it's stupid also to motivate the market to keep doing what they are doing. And I have mentioned so many times, it's not that the price goes up. Jesus, that's the best thing we can have. But a solid thing. Not a trap, not artificially just pushing up the price in a way that could implode at any time, and you will not have enough time to jump out. Insider selling. We remember, this chart is just a few weeks ago. Insiders are selling. So is the Fed creating exit liquidity for their friends? Are you kidding me? Well, yeah, it seems that's how it works. And we will do it. From now on, everything is possible. New all-time highs is possible. As long all these red flags maintain alive, everything is fine. And that's the reason why I'm not going to trade. I'm not going to trade. Because I know me. I could trade $50. Yeah, but that's then just, to spend some time and trading a little bit and maybe make another $50 or maybe $100. Let us make $200. But seriously, I can't trade with big money here. Not under the current circumstances. It's not possible. It's absolutely not possible. And at the same time indicating me that the central bank is absolutely fine with that. I'm really fucking speechless. Really fucking speechless. We will see how the US dollar is going to respond to today's announcement by the ECB. Another group of professionals and experts. I really, today it's a day since yesterday where I think, are these guys, is he saying that? But yes, he said that. So then today afterwards, because some people just asked me, hey, what's going up here with DXY is going up and so on and so forth. Well, what happened? Such comments like, some ECB policymakers believe that 3.5% is the final rate. Sources. And people, ooh, yeah, super, yeah, 3.5%. 3.5% with an inflation of 9.5%, and you say that you believe that? I thought, I don't know what is wrong with these guys. And then I noticed something. German 10-year yield poised for biggest drop since 2011. We remember, I have told you that the German government sold German bonds to buy Italian bonds because the Italian economy is very fragile and at the same time absolutely important for the whole Eurozone. So in case they collapse, you can imagine, would trigger a chain reaction. Spain, France, well, I'm not sure about France, I think as well, Portugal, and so on and so forth. We have different members, they are looking weak. So the German government started just to sell their own bonds to buy Italian bonds. And that's what they did in the past, just to support a little bit the ECB monetary policy. Because if the interest rates go up in Italy, a country where from culture they don't rent flats or houses, they buy. So many of them have mortgages and credits and so on and so forth. So you can imagine what will happen then. Now they are saying 3.5% will be the maximum. Of course, I mean, if you are sending your US dollars to euro with a big expectation, hey, they have 9.5%, I guess the interest rate will go up more and more there. So I send my US dollars now to euro because it will make more sense. Because in the US, it seems 5% is the maximum. I guess many will rethink their strategy and will send their euros to US again. Something that could happen. In such case, be ready, then US dollar could go up again and the euro down. Today it was a foretaste. If that happens, be careful. However, I'm done for today. 15 minutes. Where Inspo is really pissed. Jay, I am not your friend. I wasn't your friend before, but now I hate you. Kidding. So let us go and check what the markets are doing. I'm to be honest, I don't care about the central banks. I really don't care about the central banks. They did mismanagement. I think all of us, we know why we are in trouble right now. But at the same time, market actors used any kind of opportunity, like the little child with 5 years that, I don't know, is touching everything and you are behind them to tell them, oh, don't touch that, otherwise it could, I don't know, it could hurt you or whatever. Every market actor in the market should trade, should make deals with a certain responsibility, but it seems it's not the case. While we have central bankers that like what they are doing. And that's the whole story. It's absolutely stupid, but it is what it is. So let us go and check what the market is doing. So let us take a look to the wealth ratio. Well, once again, not really declining like I would like to see it, just because if it goes down directly, I would say, okay, good, I'm fine. So they distributed. That was the whole thing. So that's what the wealth ratio, as mentioned many times, the wealth ratio is not telling you, hey, we will nuke. The wealth ratio tells you that they are preparing a sell pressure. And usually, in the past, a sell pressure was a nuke to buy the dip. But it seems something changed. They want to distribute. They don't want to nuke the market and to buy the next dip. I don't know why, but it is what it is. So just, for example, yesterday 46 and the day before above 60, almost 70. That's crazy. So we will go a little bit more up again. Wow. Okay, let us take a look to the wealth ratio 1 hour time frame. You remember yesterday where I said, that looks fishy here. That I don't know. I don't like that. But this one in particular. So they, when it do this kind of stuff, usually it means the price goes up. And I was thinking, well, some volatility will come back because, push up, then down would make sense because you can see then afterwards they went up above of 90. But no, it was with the speech and everything else. Yeah, we went even more up than tonight. And afterwards we declined, of course, but everything is indicating, now the markets have everything they wanted to hear. No excuses anymore. I can't tell you more, hey, the market has to be bearish because of. Now they have everything. They are not stupid. They also know, like we know, how many red flags are on the table, and they know any of them can be triggered at any time. They know it. So they are not stupid. But meanwhile, hey, let us make business as usual. And that's what's happening. We can see, look what the wealth ratio 30 hours moving average is doing. Hitting back to 80. It's over. It's just not saying we can't go down. But weights are fine now. They say, okay, it's fine. I can keep doing what I'm doing. I can do what I do best. So let us go forward because here stablecoin reserves on stablecoin reserves on centralized exchanges lifted up close before we went up. So we can see that, for example, here they started here, for example, right? So we can see that. Otherwise here nothing big. Everything is fine, relatively low, not big inflows, not big outflows. Let us check. So as you see, if we check that here, we can see today the biggest outflow was 940 bitcoins, while we had just before bigger inflows. For example, here 1,200, almost 2,000, and here we had some outflows 1,500, for example. That matches very well. However, I don't know why they didn't sell everything. It seems, or they, maybe they bought a lot but are still waiting to cash out or to take them out from centralized exchanges. Also possible. I don't know. I really don't know. But nothing have changed. We have received here some stable coins, 165 millions, another 39 here, and afterwards a cash out of 138 million, so it would match. Right now, in the last 2 hours, I can see here another 1,500 bitcoins, but that's it. That's really it. nothing happening. It's declining right now. It seems that inflows are declining, outflows as well. So nothing more to see here. Let us go forward. So if we take a look, for example, here we can see funding rate, what it did, and now it's declining, indicating people are just demanding more shorts at the moment. Looks like open interest, you can see the same here, went up, then down, and right now up. And leverage ratio almost the same, went up. What was, oh yeah, here, right now here. So indicating open interest, lifting more up. So less leverage, more volume. And funding rate was just here, for example, indicating they were demanding more longs, and then more shorts. Once again, I guess now they will play all the time the same. So accumulating shorts, push up more, accumulating shorts, push up more, or something like, I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just so out from the market right now. I really can't tell you. Some person just an unsubscriber just put as a comment, not useful for trading. Yeah, I was never useful for trading because I'm not going to put any lines in my charts. If you are looking for that, you will find millions and millions of analysts out there. And yes, even the data right now is extremely foggy because everything looks, also not everything, but many things looks bullish, but at the same time we are noticing distribution. It doesn't make sense. It absolutely, that's far away how a bull market starts, distributing at 23K. Absolutely not. It doesn't make any sense what they are doing. Why they pushed up so hard with futures to 21, and since then it's absolutely only distribution, and we see that spot is coming back. So if that's not interesting for you as a trader, I don't know, but it's at the moment it's not easy. You know that when it was clear, I have said we will go down. We will go down or we will go up. I can tell you that. But if I don't see that, options is not the best accurate indicator. It's just a sentiment. We can have a nice and deep view what smart money is maybe thinking or trading, but it's not an accurate. So we have to mix everything. And if we mix all data and we see a mix of different sentiments, okay, that's what's happening at the moment. So also, in my opinion, it's also a nice information. But of course, if you want up or down, it doesn't help. So let us take a look here. Nothing. I mean, we had here, you remember, 260 millions, 180 million. So someone was also planning the push up. And also here, you remember, but since that, we had here 2,750 Bitcoins inflows to derivative and 1,700 Bitcoins outflow. So nothing big here as well. If we check here, we can see that, the open interest is lifting up. Then leverage ratio now as well. And of course the funding rate. So if we take a look, for example, we can see that the funding rate is positive, indicating they are demanding more longs than shorts at the moment. If we take a look what happened yesterday. Yesterday they liquidated 672 Bitcoins and shorts and 308 Bitcoins and longs. That's everything yesterday. Imagine, that's really peanuts. Well, on Binance, to be honest, nothing to see here. So the only thing, once again, more open interest, less leverage ratio, but also here the funding rate maintains almost unchanged. Let me check here. We can see once again shorts coming back. I guess another leg up hitting 25k because they are still waiting there with sell orders. So all these shorts will get liquidated, I guess, once again. And that's the whole story. I mean, at the moment, it's really difficult to be bearish. So many are yelling correction, we need a correction, we need a correction. Yeah, but it's not happening. It's not happening because SPY is not doing it. It's going up, and even in the weekends, it's at the moment mostly up. So yeah, certain, I guess it will happen, but when, nobody knows. 48 to 52 long short ratio, and yeah, 49 to 51, very similar related to Ethereum, but on both more shorts than longs. Even here on Bitfinex, shorts coming in, but also just take a look, longs 2.5 billion. So on Bitfinex, longs coming. Let us Binance all leverage. Let us take a look here. Well, I mean, it doesn't make sense to check this chart over and over again, because I mean, they liquidated and they liquidate more and more and more. While, I mean, take a look here. I mean, everything until 23k. They could liquidate, but the liquidation clusters, once again, 80 million. So nothing big here. I guess if we check high leverage on the short side once again, let us take a look. Yeah, no, on the long side. Well, who cares? 23.3. That's the thing. So yeah, we can go a little bit down, but it depends if they want, is SPY, SPX is going to do it or not. Let us take a look. That's the next chapter. So we can take a look, and that's really interesting. So it seems this dump was mainly triggered with Bitcoin collateral. That's also very interesting. So someone went short and took profit, and then someone went long again with Bitcoin collateral. Well, you see, I mean, if we take a look here, we can see what they are doing. It looks everything similar, right? So BTC USDT, for example, on Binance, that's BTC BUSD, for example. If we check to the 30 minutes, we can see that in a better way. What they are doing, that's fiat, and everything was indicating. So that was Tether, and Tether started to stabilize here, and then of course after yesterday went up. That was BTC, that's BUSD pairs. This declined and now pushed up a little bit, at least the tendency, and that's fiat US dollar pairs. And you can see that they distributed, and now they pushed up. Also here, for example, we can see what these guys did here. So in the same here. So nothing big to see, to be honest. Nothing changed big. The only thing, well, we can see that Tether has a revival, and it was yesterday the main pair with Bitcoin collateral, more than futures with stablecoins. We take a look here, we have BTC BUSD on Binance. You can see that was the main driver of the rally, while, for example, here the aggregated one was declining all the time, and then they started to lift up. Different to Bitcoin collateral here, but looks similar, or at least supported with stablecoin futures. If we take a look here, that's BTC USD here on Binance. Also here you can see they pushed up very hard than yesterday here, just making almost 5,000 bitcoins CBD and plus, indicating they bought 5,000 bitcoins more than they sold. That was really crazy. But also here, for example, the aggregated, we can see that here from 8,007, yeah, almost 7,500. That was really big. So taking a look to Bitfinex. Well, you can see what Bitfinex is doing. Also, since he flipped to up again, right now declining a little bit, nothing big. If we take a look to Kraken, well, declined a little bit, up only, you can see green, everything, everybody buying and buying and buying and buying on Kraken, nobody is selling. Same here on Bitget at the moment, while Bitget doesn't look that bullish, to be honest, because as we can see here is down. Okay, red wave is coming now. If we take a look to Coinbase also started to push up. Very interesting that almost everyone started 31st in the morning. Really interesting. Well, Bitstamp, we don't need to talk about Bitstamp, and Gemini. Look, Gemini, buying. So let us take a look to what these guys are doing. Retailers pushing up more. These guys maintaining. These guys pushed up, now declining a little bit. These guys pushing up, well, increasing, nothing big. Well, market maker went up. We need to check if that's solid or not. Almost 20,000 bitcoins. These guys declined, I guess, once again. Let me check. Yeah, 20,000. So these big guys here, I don't know who is behind, because we know that 80%, almost 80% of these wallets are linked to centralized exchanges. But yeah, once again, they reduced balances, shifted to market maker, and that's why market maker gets 20,000. You can see it's even the same pattern here. Yeah, it's exactly the same. So indicating, I mean, because from market maker entities, they send so many bitcoins already to centralized exchanges, I guess, to distribute. But as long as we receive from these guys here wallets, the balance will look like, hey, they are buying, but it's not the case. If we take a look here, we can see, I mean, just yesterday night, after while the speech of Jeremy Powell, they sent another 2,000 bitcoins. And here another 1,700, here another 1,100, and so on. It's pure distribution what they are doing. More stablecoins out than in. Once again, nothing have changed here, so indicating that they are using more spot instead of futures step by step. It's not big, to be honest. They are still using a lot of futures because trading volume ratio spot versus derivative 0.35. I mean, 1-to-1, it's clear. One spot versus one derivative. Means here they are using almost one spot to 3. So let us say 1 Bitcoin versus 3 Bitcoin in derivatives. So just imagine. That's crazy, isn't it? The triple or 3 times of the spot volume. But yeah, we know that the market is really not saying that the whole price is driven by futures, but it makes a lot. Yeah, centralized exchanges, spot, so BTC lifting up, activity still reducing, even on futures. The trend maintains intact, and that's crazy, to be honest, because the price went up, and I guess many were expecting, hey, retailers will come back, all the masses will come back to the crypto market. But no, it's not the case. Yeah, that's it. Let us go forward. So they are still defending here 24K, as you can see also on Coinbase, like for example on Binance as well. But the next one will be directly 25K. And after yesterday's speech, and it seems they don't want to make any kind of correction, yeah, that's almost it. So I guess 25K is going to be the next step. Bitstamp, nothing have changed there. Binance BTC USDT, yeah, also here waiting at 24K. They are right now even, as you can see, waiting there to sell at 25K. So it's obvious that we will go up to 25K. It's just a matter of time. It would surprise me. I mean, we are waiting for a correction since a while. It's just not happening. And after yesterday's events, yeah, it should happen, but they missed any kind of principles, retesting, whatever. So why correction? Just up only. Max Kaiser said until end of June, Bitcoin will be at $220,000 each. So be careful. Sarcasm off. So they are removing walls to the downside and instead placing here more. You can see that they are waiting here plus here, but it's just a matter of time. They will break this one and go up, I guess. Now, no excuses anymore. So they know that even those retailers, they were waiting and taking into account, waiting for Fed. Now even these guys should flip now, because they say, hey, where's the risk? I mean, Fed is indicating soft landing, they're confirming it. That's the narrative of the Wall Street. So it seems everyone agrees and everything is fine. Yeah, also here BUSD waiting at 24, otherwise 24.5 and 25, and otherwise 23. Nothing big, otherwise, you know, we're here bringing some liquidity to the downside, something I don't know for what, to be honest, but yeah, that's what we can see here. So yeah, we see here reinforcing 20K and so on and so forth. I really don't know. It seems some people just really have too much money to put your money there and to wait. Yeah, well, it doesn't matter. 25K and that's it. So many are indicating 25 could be the local top. So maybe the top for a potential correction. I say potential because if you check the chart, you know, it's, yeah, as mentioned, only up 21,500. So to the upside 25, 26 on Bitfinex, and that's it. Still liquidity to the downside, but that's mainly it. OKEX spot as usual, nothing. Yeah, OKEX swap as well. Kraken, on Kraken, wow, they removed a lot of liquidity. Also waiting at 25 and now also preparing to 27 and almost 26. So they are shifting more and more to the upside now. And 21.5. Bybit BTC USD nothing, and BTC USDT nothing. Then let us check BitMEX. Wow, they remove their walls here and now just waiting at 27. So we see they are shifting more and more to the upside now, 27. Binance Futures. Also here they remove the wall they had here 24.8. Instead they are here 21.5 waiting. And also here nothing happens. Then BTC BUSD pair on Binance Futures also to the upside, almost nothing. And also once again 21.5 here. Bitfinex derivatives. Okay, at 22.4 and 21.1, and waiting here at 24 and 24.2. Kraken futures, nothing. OKEX futures, nothing. And last but not least, Deribit, nothing to the upside, to the downside directly here, very close, 23.4, otherwise 22, otherwise 20,100 or 19,600, and so on and so forth. So that's it. That's it. That's absolutely it. So yeah, 25, 24. I mean, we absorbed already those sell orders at 24, but they put another orders there. It's a very nice way to distribute. So I guess it will break and go hitting 25k. That's at least the 25k wall is since the rally was initiated there. So I guess that's the first goal, and then we need to see. We know that option traders are extremely bullish, indicating 30k and maybe even more. Yeah, that's it.